With Japan bracing itself for an invasion of its homeland, a different kind of attack provided a terrifying conclusion to World War II. At Hiroshima, Japan, on August 6, 1945, the world moved into a new era, in which the threat of possible destruction of the planet Earth hung menacingly over it from that day onward. Less than a month later, in Tokyo Bay, on board the U.S. battleship Missouri, the formal surrender of Japan was made to officers of the Allied governments engaged in the war against that nation. General of the Army Douglas MacArthur presided at the ceremony.
We are gathered here, representatives of the major warring powers, to conclude a solemn agreement whereby peace may be restored. It is my earnest hope, and indeed the hope of all mankind, that from this solemn occasion a better world shall emerge out of the blood and carnage of the past. I now invite the representatives of the Emperor of Japan and the Japanese government and the Japanese Imperial General Headquarters to sign the instrument of surrender at the places indicated.
The once arrogant Japanese, whose aggressive sweep across the Pacific had been begun less than 4 years earlier, had finally been brought to bay. The ceremony on the Missouri concluded the most costly war the world had ever known, fought over an expanse of hundreds of thousands of miles. On that cloudy September morning in Tokyo Bay, it seemed that a lasting peace had surely been brought to the Pacific and to the world.
Let us pray that peace be now restored to the world and that God will preserve it always. These proceedings are closed.
The enemy was finally completely defeated. The future of Japan was now the concern of the Allies, and particularly of the United States.